For years, people kept telling us, you have to visit the Fingerlakes. And honestly, we thought they were exaggerating. So when a viewer who lives in this area reached out and invited us to come visit, we tried our best to time it as close to the fall leaves changing as possible. This region in upstate New York gets its name from the 11 long, narrow lakes carved by ancient glaciers over 10,000 years ago. Those same glaciers create the perfect conditions for growing grapes. Today, there are more wineries packed into this area than anywhere we've ever been. You can literally throw a stone from one to the other. Heaven for us wine lovers. But it's not just about the wine. There are charming lakeside villages and some of the most stunning state parks in America. And every drive was a visual feast for the eyes. We hit the must-see attractions, but we also got the inside scoop from the locals on their favorite hidden spots. And we're sharing all of it with you. What we discovered over these few weeks, well, let's just say we finally understand what all the fuss was about. This is why we choose the RV life.
It's an adventure day.
That's right. We are going on, it's kind of our maiden voyage with our new e-bikes. Thank you, electric bikes. And so we're super excited. We are in the Finger Lakes region of New York. Our first time in New York. I've never been to New York City, but I've been to upstate New York. And I gotta say, I am super impressed. It's gorgeous here.
It is. It's mid-late September. And the leaves, you can tell, are like getting ready to turn.
That's right. They've been waiting for us.
Oh my gosh. I've been dying to go somewhere where there was good leaf peeping. And I think we're going to see it while we're here.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to go into what's it called?
Hammondsport.
Hammondsport. Yeah, that's what I said. It's a quaint little town. We're going to go for a nice bike ride, and we're just going to see what we see. We're going to take you along with us. And yeah, let's go.
All right.
So safety first. This will be, yes, I am going to ride my bike with my gimped up hand. I think I'll be okay. We're not going to do any
with the hat on hat.
Serious riding, hat on hat, you know, because
it's hard to ride hat on hat.
No, it ain't. No, I can make it work. I just got to work it out here with straps. Boom, bada bing. Got my shade going. But we've got our, again, if you hadn't seen our previous video, these are brand new electric bikes. These are the foldable ones, and these are also the light. These are the XP lights. So we went from one extreme to the other. We used to have the Rad Power bike, which we really enjoyed, but man, those things were so heavy. These things are literally, I think our old Rad bikes were around 70 pounds each. These are around 45 pounds, and we just love that aspect of it.
And they go farther too.
Yeah, we've got full batteries. So it'll be interesting to see how many miles we put in today and how much battery that takes. So yeah.
We got the pannier bags. Barry misses his bag that he had before, so we'll see how long he lasts.
Yeah, we could, you could put one of those bags up on top. I think they may be a little bit better because we've got the heavy duty locks that we're bringing with us.
It kind of makes you lopsided if you don't have weight on one side and you do on the other.
Yeah, but we'll see. Again, we're gonna go out there and make it happen.
All right, let's get going.
Hey guys, I just wanted to break in real quick and tell you something cool. So we have a giveaway. It's ending at the end of October. And I just wanted to remind you again, because it's such a cool thing for you to get in on, which is our Oneus keyless door lock. And all you have to do is go to our website, likethere'snotomorrow.net, and scroll down and you can register to win this baby. And the thing I love, and it just made me think about it, is I'm going for a run. I can go, not worry about keys. I don't have to carry anything on me, and because I can just come back and put the number in the pad and get back inside. So it is super convenient to have, and it's a really great quality. We've gone to that. I think we've had 3 of these, and this has been the best one. So go to the website, register to win, and good luck.
Okay, so we're coming to the Curtis. It's like air and motorcycles, I think. I think it's a combination. But a friend of ours lives in the area, said we got to see this place. So we don't know much about it, but we're going to check it out and share it with you.
They're a Harvest Host location.
Sweet.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, let's look at this parking lot situation. You know, they got like a grassy area there. We'll have to ask them where they...
Yeah, if I were to bet, they'd probably put the campers over there. And then there's a cute little brewery down the road. We just rode by it. I mean,
it's a great location.
Pretty much everything that we're about to do in this video, if you were to Harvest Host here for a day, you could just go into there. So there you go. Perfect.
How would you say that? The first gymnocyclidium for ladies and gentlemen.
Gymnocyclidium. Wow, that's a catchy one.
Yeah. The bone shaker.
Also, you know, because you're part of the Grand Velocipede Academy. Wow, they really had a knack.
They had marketing was wordy. The bone shaker.
If you can't sell them, confuse them. That's what we used to say.
Yeah. The iron spring sport that provided minimal comfort and bone shaking.
Yeah.
Let's just say these bikes were not fun. Maybe more just get from A to B.
The shakedown trip was every ride. So back then, if you had some little vicious ankle nipper that would come up and get you while you were on your bone shaking bicycle, you just pop a cap in them. That's terrible.
It is.
But you know, that's how they rolled in 1906. They didn't put up with no crap or just like gunned them down.
I think it's to scare them away, but I'm pretty sure that you...
Nah, in my dreams, it is pop them. Terrible.
Can you imagine going 136 miles an hour on one of these things?
Just imagine an e-bike. It's really kind of a step above that. It's probably really, really loud. That's an 8-cylinder bicycle, essentially.
Can you go in? Oh, wow. What did you think of the Curtis Air Museum?
I think it was awesome. I think, you know, I don't know anything about planes, but I think if you were super into that, you would spend hours here. But even still, I mean, you can really appreciate it. It just, I have to think that these guys at the turn of the century, they were just doing such amazing things and dangerous things, you know.
Well, it started off, he's into bikes and then motorcycles, and then the motorcycles led to the...
He had a quick stint with dirigibles.
What was that?
I think a dirigible, it's like a blimp, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then he even called out, I was like, no, I don't think there's much of a future in blimps.
Good call. And then that merged into the planes, and then, you know, but the cool thing is in there, you can see how rapidly that technology was changing from year to year, how fast it was going. So yeah, it was pretty interesting. They had cars, they had motorcycles, they had just time period pieces, stuff from this area.
Yeah, and plus he was big into seaplanes too, and that area it's big around here, I guess, because of the Fingerlakes. I don't know. Yeah.
So our friend actually is part of a yearly. He's in a club, like an aviation club too, I think. But they have a festival, and I'll have to put it on the screen. It's like Wings and Wheels and Wings or something like that. But all kinds of seaplanes come in, and they'll be all over the waterfront, and then they have classic cars, and it's like a whole festival. We are definitely gonna have to come back for that.
Yeah, yeah. So this place is just neat because it has such an incredible history, and you're right here. I mean, this is where like some of the original planes were tested, and yeah, you're right in the area. So it's pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome. And this is an awesome time of year to be here. So but we have more to see. So onward we go on our bike ride.
The quaint little town of Hammondsport sits at the southern tip of Cayuga Lake, and it's one of those small towns that time seems to have forgotten in the best way possible. This little village has been here since the early 1800s, and it's known for the birthplace of aviation pioneer Glenn Curtis, but today it's the heart of the Fingerlakes wine country. Quaint shops, waterfront views, and that small town charm we always love discovering on our travels.
Wow, look at those. I bet if we come back in a week, those trees are going to be popping.
All right.
Challenge ahead. I think somebody's contemplating fishing. It's like this is supposed to be one of the smaller lakes. Could you imagine how big the bigger ones are? It's huge. But the water's freezing though. Go check it out.
Well, that's one way to find out.
I think he said it's pretty cold. No, don't. Turkey.
It's not like frigid. I mean, my hand's not freezing or anything. I wouldn't want to go swimming in it.
A lot of people are putting their boats up for the season, but our friend said that it's a pretty happening place most of the summer.
Yeah, I think this is kind of their shoulder season, right?
Yeah. It's going to start turning colder pretty soon.
Those trees blowing in the wind.
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome? All right, well, that was fun. So I just wanted to point this out. We've a little confused by the odometer reading here because it says that I went 9 miles and it pretty much looks like it didn't hardly use any power at all, which is weird because I know that I did. So that's good. Shows we have a lot of power left. Now it shows Darlene went 14 miles. I don't
know why.
have any idea why that would be the case. I don't know if we need to reset her odometer. Not that it really matters all that much. I was more interested in looking to see how much power we use because we charged the batteries 100% before we left, and wanted to see how much we used.
Hills and all kinds of stuff. So that's really great. I mean, it hardly used any batteries, so you can definitely tell how these last longer.
Yeah, I mean, these bikes are a lot more lightweight. Obviously, I weigh a lot more than Darlene, but because people ask us all the time, how long do the batteries last? Well, it's hard to say depending on how much you weigh and all that, but if you have these lightweight bikes, they're obviously going to last a lot longer on the power. So far good.
Yeah, and if you use power assist all the time, you're going to run the battery down faster. So just kind of have to see how it does for you. But so far, I'm impressed.
Yeah, I mean, this is the exact kind of stuff that I think e-bikes are great for, which is just riding all around, not having any limits to what you want to do, where you want to go. You know, you're not really doing it for a workout. You could. That's really not the point. It's more about just like being out in the open air, out in the sunshine. And today was just such a gorgeous day. It was a perfect day to be.
Go down the streets and see what you see. And, you know, we kind of had a plan a little, but not really. So, yeah, it was a perfect day. Day one. More to come.
I hope it burns off.
Well, we're at an impasse. It was like it was gonna rain the next couple days. We were feeling a little cooped up, so we just decided, you know, we're just gonna get out, even if visuals aren't going to be that great, it's better than just hanging out inside the RV, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta go.
Watkins Glen State Park. We had been hearing about this place for years. Glen Creek has been carving its way through these 400-foot cliffs for thousands of years, creating 19 waterfalls along a 2-mile gorge. Over 800 stone steps wind through the gorge trail, taking you behind the waterfalls and up close to some seriously dramatic rock formations. People kept telling us it's one of the most beautiful hikes in the entire eastern United States. We were about to find out for ourselves.
Somebody left this really nicely done walking stick right by the trailhead. I figured it was, maybe it's like a community stick. I'll leave it for somebody else to use. And so it begins.
Hey, frog. Pretty cool, right?
Yes. Mind your head.
Mind your head. Okay. Well, this is why you wear boots. Wow, look at that view. Pretty awesome. Pretty cool.
I don't know, I kind of like the tropical rainforest vibe we got going on.
I mean, it's a kind of rainy, not rainy, but cloudy day, and it's kind of, you get that damp feel from the water and that rainforesty kind of feel. It's pretty awesome. So much better than heat.
No doubt. Look down here at this waterfall. It's like a shelf was man-made. Look how
Flat it is.
it's like somebody, engineers or something said, oh, we need to cut this down.
But it's totally natural.
I know, right? That's basically what formed this entire gorge. It's just the water over, I don't know. I'm no geologist.
Do you want to take a stroll down Lover's Lane?
With my lover.
Lava. Tell us if you know that reference. Okay, lava.
I brought some roasted duck meat for us to gorge ourselves upon when we reach the peak. Double entendre intended. We found the suspension bridge. It looks pretty tame, I must say. I was looking for like one of those that you could swing on, and then I could like terrify you if I jumped up and down. So I'm sorely disappointed. But the view's pretty nice.
Well, don't throw stones at people.
God, man, I just want to have any fun.
Check this out, guys.
Wow, look at this.
Woo! Talk about vertigo.
All right, we've got a decision to make. We could split off and do the rim trail, or we could stay in the gorge. We think we're gonna take the rim trail, get a little workout in, and then we'll kind of come back through the gorge. That's the plan. Let's do it.
All right, so you gotta see, this is where we're heading up. Let's go.
We're gonna go for a light jog.
I don't think we're gonna be jogging up anything on this one.
See,
Could we have regrets? Probably not. It's not that far.
no regret.
No regrets. Okay, let's go.
If you want to get your hike on, this gives you the opportunity to do more of a traditional hike.
But it's not that bad. Okay, hiking tips. There's a lot of places you can just hike in tennis shoes. This is one of those where you really need a hard sole shoe because there's a lot of rocks.
Yeah, that's usually going to be the case with pretty much any hike. Lots of rocks in these mountains.
And you know, we don't use them all the time, but having really good hiking shoes is really, it's been a savior, and it lets us go to more places and do more stuff, and you feel more sturdy. And hiking sticks, I think, are a good idea for anybody who's not steady on their feet. But honestly, hiking sticks are good because if it's just a little bit steep or you're going downhill, descension, I think descents are like, that's when the hiking sticks really come in clutch, I think. So, but yeah, they're not expensive. I mean, hiking boots can be, but it's worth it because you'll use them for years and years and years. So,
Sure.
Little tip for hiking for you. On this one, I would say it's a moderate hike minus the steps. But from what I understand, and I'll have to verify this, is there's a shuttle that will take you up, kind of past that really hard up, the steps going up, and then you can just walk it down, and I heard that is a lot easier and accessible for most people. If you do the whole thing, I think the hike said like a little over 2 hours. You don't have to do the whole thing. You can just do part of it. I think it was 30 minutes or something like that. So you got a lot of options. Use all trails, that's your friend. And you can see all the different trails, but it actually wasn't, the signage here is pretty good. So you should be able to see, and they have little maps along the trail too. Stop at the visitor center and check because there was construction going on, and we didn't get to go to the very first part of the gorge trail, so.
But it wasn't that big of a deal. I can't imagine that we missed all that much. One thing would be that the parking was free outside of the parking lot. We parked on the street, and so for all intents and purposes, this has been free. So
Yeah, so if you get here early, you can probably get on the street, but I would say by the time we leave, you would not be able to, so. All right, time to carry on.
All right. Look up, you might get wet. Okay, well, today's project is I got this new NP Global water softener, and you know, it's a different water softener. If you hadn't seen our previous video, I dropped our previous water softener and it cracked it. So I decided to go with this. I think it was a little less expensive than my original one, and I didn't have a love affair with the previous one. I mean, I thought it did a pretty good job, but I thought maybe I'd go ahead and get a different brand and see if I can tell the major difference. I think they're both American made. We'll put the link in the description. We'll probably put both of them, and you can choose between the two. Now, one thing I was kind of impressed with this one when it first showed up is that it actually had a lot of these fittings included, and you know, like the quick connect fittings and all that, and those are always handy to have. The one thing I didn't love was that the quality of these fittings seems pretty kind of low. I don't know if they're made of plastic or just like a much lighter metal. I don't know. I'm not sure how to tell, but I know these are made of metal, and it definitely feels different to the touch. But I'm going to see how these work. First, I thought it just didn't fit. You have to push super hard to get it to close. I'm going to go ahead and finish up this job and get all these hoses on here secure and see what we can do. All right, so again, when that comes in there, we just have to really press hard to get it to seal, but it should be a good tight seal. All right, so that's going to go into the water filter, and then this will be coming from the water hose. I'm also going to put a quick connect on that. Okay, so it's the moment of truth. I've got all my fittings on here. Got my quick connects going, and the water's turned off right now. So before we go and turn the water on to check our fittings, I'm going to let some pressure off inside of the RV. So that way it'll alleviate the pressure and let the water flow a little bit more freely. I've had some issues with this hose already. This is not my hose. This is actually, we're mooch docking right now. This is his hose that was already hooked up. I might take my hose and hook it up and see if it improves it. And that looks like that might have a little bit of a leak right there too. And I also saw that this was leaking, but that could just be loose right there. So this is why I don't like plumbing work, but this is part of it. Okay, so I think it's time to break out the pipe dope. And we're also going to check the gaskets on each one of these connections to make sure that our gaskets are good. So, okay, I've got this old hose end. I think I'm gonna use some mineral spirits, clean off some of that old pipe dope and just that old residue, just so we can get a good seating, if you will. This True Blue stuff is what I have. I think we'll have it in our Amazon store. Oh, for those of you who haven't, I broke my the bone, my pinky bone in my hand, right there. So that was about 6 weeks ago, and it seems to have healed, but I can't really close my fist. Okay, so this is pipe dope, and it's just an adhesive. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the plumber's tape on first, and then I'm going to follow up with the pipe dope. So I don't put a ton on, just enough to create a nice little seal. And we're going to go ahead and put this part on. The thing is about this stuff, you may be wondering, is it like glue? Is it going to make this to where it's impossible to get apart? And the answer is no. It's really just meant to be a sealant. So if you need to come in and open it back up, it's not a big deal. So we're now at the second moment of truth. So I have all my connections now have pipe dope. Yeah, I even went through and some of the different gaskets. I actually changed out this fitting completely. So we'll see what happens. I honestly never know. I don't want to get overly confident here. I'm using our hose instead of our friend's hose. So far, so good. I don't see any leaks. This is just a hose that I obviously modified for this. And the reason I do all this quick release stuff is because it makes this super easy to take apart. You know, I just take this, I just take all of it apart, and then it makes it super easy to put it into storage. So that's with all the quick releases, because otherwise I would just thread them directly. But then it makes it kind of a pain. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll go in here and I'll see if I can tighten this up, and maybe that will keep that one last leak from happening.
So it was a kind of a work day. I went to the grocery. He did stuff around the RV.
Yeah, so it's sort of like a work day, and it's a Friday, so we figured we owed ourselves at least a glass of wine and a nice view and some food.
Yeah, I mean, there's all these vineyards everywhere. Yeah. I drive by them constantly. I'm like, I gotta go.
You could swing a stick and hit a couple of them. So where are we going?
I have to double check. Keuka Lake Vineyard, maybe? Keuka Springs Vineyard. Our friend recommended it, and it looks pretty cool, and I think they have some music. So let's go.
Let's go.